Colby Raha,
What up?
good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, last time I saw you, we were sweating our faces off at the pool.
Yeah, it's 107 degrees, something like that at Revel Surf Park.
Yeah, this is way better.
Yeah,
This is
studio's cool.
studio's nice. You got air conditioning.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been busy. You've been real busy.
Yeah, I've been busy. So, rewinding back to summer, it was the Palm Springs Surf Park world record 200 foot to flat over 23 BMWs.
And that was the first go of the stretch right now
Well, it started with the tandem distance record with my
with
mom.
with your mom. That was insane.
Thank you.
That was actually insane. We gotta stop before we go through the timeline. You jumped a dirt bike, a 450, with your mother on the back. How far?
130 feet.
130 feet, and that broke the tandem distance record.
Yep, the tandem distance record was held by a couple in
Australians.
Australia,
Yeah,
120 foot. And I wanted to start chipping away at these different records, and I wasn't going to do it with a dude on the bike. So I gave my mom first priority.
Why wouldn't you do it with a dude on the bike?
It's just not my style.
No dudes on the
Not
back
going
of the
nuts
bike.
about it, man. Not doing it.
Just a little, just not. You just can't get that close with a guy on a bike.
Yeah, I just prefer to if I'm going to ride a bike with a girl. And I was going to ask Christian Knievel. It's Robbie Knievel's daughter.
Okay.
But I gave my mom first priority to see if she wanted to do it, and she, you know, immediately, yeah, hell yeah, she's down. So she came out, and we didn't even practice it. Went for it, jumped it 130 foot.
Have you ever jumped with your mom before?
Yeah, like just having fun out at Rawville. I would take her off some of the freestyle jumps and stuff. Just no helmets, just like cruising around or whatever, having fun, just hitting some of the smaller jumps. So, but I knew it was good. The setup is really good that I have with the distance landing and the takeoff. So, anyway, knocked that one out. So now my mom's a world record holder, and
She's a record breaker.
yeah,
Yeah.
my mom's a record breaker. So we did that, and then I set up to do the stock chassis Harley Davidson record, 175 foot, to beat Doug Danger's record from Sturgis. He went 151. And then the only record left to break for the Harley was Seth Inslow's 183 foot. So we set up
That's
to
just
do
distance.
it. Yeah, on a Harley. He had like a modified suspension, so I was gonna do it more Evil Knievel style.
Yeah.
With the bike, same similar setup that Evil had.
Yeah. So no changes at all, or just some.
Yeah, I think we just went stiffer springs.
Yeah.
Centers only built me the bike, but we left it. We didn't go any extra travel in the suspension. We just kept it exactly how Evil would have had it. So that was, it was a tribute to Evil on.
So even like the front of the bike, forks and everything.
Yeah, stock, like right off the showroom floor, just stiffer springs.
Wow.
So anyway, so pulled that off. Went to Palm Springs, 200 foot to flat over 23 BMWs. That one I think was probably the gnarliest one because you can't practice to flat. You can't get your numbers. You kind of have to guess because I went 120 foot to flat and it was like 70 miles an hour or something like that. So to put 23 cars there, you can't go short, but you don't want to go too far either because you just come down too hard. So set up to do that.
Well, wait. So timeline wise, you did Palm Springs first, or you did your mom first?
Yeah. The tandem jump out at Rawville was just a fun event. I think.
Okay, that was the first one with your mom.
It's just kind
Tandem
of a fun
jump.
thing. Invited people out. It was a good turnout.
Didn't you break 2 records there, or was it just one?
Yeah, it was a stock chassis Harley Davidson for this jump,
Yeah.
and then the tandem jump in
Okay.
one day. So that's on YouTube, and check it out.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
So pulled that off. So then here we go. We get record breakers going, and we went out to Palm Springs, pulled that off. That was 1 week before X Games.
How much time was in between Rawville and Palm Springs?
Oh, I forget, a few months or something.
Okay, so it was basically Palm Springs, or you went Rawville, a couple months went by, Palm
Yep.
Springs, and then how far between Palm Springs and X Games?
So Palm Springs was 1 week. It was like 7 days before X Games, Salt Lake. So everyone else is out practicing for quarter pipe.
And you're breaking the distance to flat record.
Yeah.
On a Harley.
Yeah, and we put that together pretty quick.
What drives you and like motivates you to actually break all these records, but also do it in that time span? Like why? Like
Yeah.
what is
so
like what is your
the
motivating factor?
The goal was to get the Palm Springs distance jump to flat out of the way before X Games, because we knew that after X Games it was Sturgis, so there wasn't really going to be any window there to pull it off. And I knew the jump to flat was cool because we didn't have to build a landing, you know. So it's kind of like set up the takeoff and jump, and it went perfect. It was a huge turnout. The live views were great, and then we went straight into X Games 7 days later. I won that, so it was my seventh gold, and then it was no time really to relax. It was straight to Sturgis to
Mm-hmm.
jump the Harley. My goal was 200 foot. I went 205.
And that had a landing.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
that is now the distance record for a Harley.
yeah. And the parking lot wasn't ideal. It was too short of a in run, so it was hard to get up to speed. That was like the most dangerous thing you could do, I
What
think.
gear are you in when you hit it?
There's 4 gears on a Harley,
Yeah.
so yeah, fourth gear wide
Fourth gear
open.
pinned.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
So
kind of jumping back and forth here, but uh, with your mom, was there like why your mom? Like, isn't there like the safer
I
option
knew
would
we
be
weren't gonna crash on that one.
the safer option would be not mom. Like if I think about my mom, I'm not bringing my mom on
I just thought that
anything that I do.
that was the most proper way to go about it. Like if she was down to do it, then she got first priority. If not her, I was gonna ask Christian Knievel,
It's the
and we
most
talked
gentleman
about
thing
it.
to do in this
Yeah,
situation.
but I think I get more people complimenting me on that record than the other ones. Like
That's definitely the standout for me because like anytime I talk, like somebody talks about you, or if I tell them I'm gonna go podcast with you, I literally bring up like, yeah, he broke the distance record, and the person that he did it with was his mom, and everyone's like, what?
and that was the first official world record too. So it's kind of a cool way to start this out. And my goal is to
Also,
keep going bigger and bigger. We
yeah,
got this new one January 31st right here in Arizona.
yeah,
I'm going 300 foot over the surf park pool,
yeah.
landing into the world's biggest quarter pipe. So I'm going to be
Like
going
after
for,
you land, you're going onto another jump or
yeah,
onto a quarter pipe.
it's like the mega ramp for motocross, like Danny Way inspired distance jump into the world's biggest quarter pipe.
Yeah.
And we're setting it up right here in Arizona, January 31st, uh, around 5
So
p.m.
wait, let me get this straight. What bike are you gonna be on?
I'll be on a 450.
Okay. So you're gonna jump over, sounds crazy to say. You're gonna jump over Revel Surf Parks.
Yeah.
So it's a pool, a wave pool, a surf
Yeah.
pool.
250 foot minimal. You can't go any less or you'll land in the water. And I'm going for 300.
Okay. And then as soon as you land, just like a mega ramp for a skateboard, you're actually going straight into a quarter pipe.
Yeah. And that's
Don't you hold the record for quarter pipe?
yeah, I hold the record currently at 56 foot.
And that was at X Games in Utah.
Yep. Yep. And 56 foot above the coping of the ramp, the top of the ramp. So 56 foot out of
And how tall is the ramp?
X Games ramp's 18 foot.
Okay.
And the ramp I'll be using out here in Arizona is my 30-foot tall ramp. So
So it's almost double that size.
yeah, I'll be getting close to 100 foot in the air.
Holy shit.
And
So you'll be 10, 11 stories up.
yeah, yeah, I think it's like 10 stories.
How fast will you be going when you hit the quarter?
Well, that's the tough part. So I got to practice that out there on site possibly, but I have to go 300 foot and then downshift into second gear or third and basically check up, slow down, and then I got to get my head into hitting the quarter pipe for the world record highest air of all time.
You're gonna downshift when you land?
Yeah, because I imagine I'll be in fifth gear going 300 foot around 90 miles an hour. So when I land that, I got to downshift and you can't go 90 miles an hour at the quarter pipe, you know? I don't know. You need a parachute.
Holy shit. Okay. And then how do you know how fast you need to go to break your own current record for the quarter?
I don't think I've ever checked the speed at the quarter pipe, but probably 40 miles an hour.
That's crazy to me that you don't actually know the speed of what you were going.
Yeah, that's just like like hitting it repetition over and over again.
Okay.
But we never really check the speed into the quarter pipe. You kind of go in slow and then hammer the throttle off of it. So I trust that we'll be able to pull that one off. But then, the difference between doing this in private at your own property or somewhere is you can do it with perfect conditions and you can set it up with infinite amount of space and runway.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas doing it live here in Arizona, the parking lot's 500 foot.
It's not very big.
No, so to get up to 90 miles an hour and jump 300 foot over the water,
Yeah, where are you even gonna start? There's a hotel right there, and like, I guess curbs in the way.
I'm planning to start in the parking lot, but if I have to, I might have to renegade across the street.
Like edge of the gravel,
I might have to start in the Hilton parking lot.
across the actual street.
Yeah, possibly, but we're trying to stay away from that. We're gonna try to just use the
Yeah,
parking
like
lot.
close the street down.
Yeah,
Basically.
the Cannon Beach parking lot
Yeah.
going into. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah,
So
that's not a lot of room at all. That's like
it's
what, like
gnarly.
80 yards, 100 yards?
500 foot in run.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna do our best, you know. I think we're gonna pull it off. I got the best team, uh, the best equipment. I'll practice this at Rawville.
Yeah. How? Okay. That's like my other question is how are you guys setting all this up within? Because okay, so like all these records from Rawville to Palm Springs to X Games to Sturgis, which is in Montana, that happened within what 6 months?
This will be our fourth world record breakers event in 1 year.
Dude, how are you guys setting all this up, building the ramps and having people show up and marketing it and doing all this?
I got amazing people in my corner. I got an amazing team, and we're setting it up, and it's fun. I mean, these world records are like classic stamps in history, and people want to be involved.
Yeah.
And my fans and supporters and all different age groups. Like you got the older demographic that grew up watching Evil Knievel, and you got the younger kids that are watching what I've been doing on YouTube. But the turnout is amazing. Each one is getting bigger and bigger, and the live views they're huge. So the numbers we pulled in are great. And
Yeah, I mean, everybody's watching. It's just insane that you're doing back to back to back. And like the only other people or a person, I guess, I mean, I think of Robbie Madison when I think of like, I guess it's like you and Evil Knievel, and I think of Robbie Madison in between. And then the record holder for the distance on a Harley before you was, what was his name again?
Seth Inslow.
Seth Inslow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, OG.
There's not a lot. I mean, what's like motivating you to want to do? Do you want to be remembered? Like, what is it about it? What do you want out of this?
I grew up racing motocross on the highest level, and then I got into BMX, like BMX street video part stuff. Some of that's on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to do BMX when the moto gets expensive for racing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do BMX, and then taking that into getting the opportunity to compete in X Games. I won my first X Games. I've had a ton of success in the X Games. Real Moto, step up over the bar, a few different categories. And I never thought I was going to be in X Games growing up, but you put in a lot of work over time. And next thing you know, you're in X Games, and then you win. I never thought I'd get, multiple golds. And now I've got multiple.
Seven.
Seven. And it's the next step. It's like, I don't know if it's like not being satisfied, but it's like I feel like compared to like a video game, it's like I'm at level 9 of 10. It's like to stop now and not pursue what I know I can do, going for the furthest motorcycle jump of all time, breaking Robbie Madison's records possibly. And
What is his record?
Robbie Madison's record is ramp to ramp is 390 foot. It's the furthest distance from ramp to ramp. And then Alex Harville, RIP, holds the furthest ever distance jump of 425 foot. And that was done in private from a ramp to a dirt landing up in Washington. So that's the furthest jump of all time. And, ramping it up, literally like going from, I'll be jumping close to 300 foot here in Arizona, January 31st. And then we'll keep practicing and building up to bigger and bigger jumps. So,
and that's will 300 foot be your like current longest?
I went 311 at the end of my movie Narnia.
Okay.
So that's my personal furthest,
Yeah.
But I felt good, and I really truly believe I can, go further and surpass Robbie Madison's records if I do it right. We'll see. So I'm on a mission. And I think they said 300 foot wasn't possible back in the early 2000s. Trigger Gum, Ryan Capes, RIP to both of them, legends. They pushed it to 300 foot. And then Robbie Madison took it further, almost to 400. And they're saying 500 is not possible, but I would like to go 500 foot
Why would they say it's not possible?
because dirt bikes aren't meant to fly that far. Uh, you get turbulence in the air, like going 100.
Basically, an airplane at that point.
Yeah, so even if your numbers are correct and your ramps are right, when you jump, you start feeling turbulence in the air. It'll push you all over, and it's life or death. Even 300 foot is life or death. But
How do you manage that? You use your bike as like a wing? What do you what do you do?
yeah, it's like you're literally flying the bike. So you pull in the clutch, hit the back brake to drop the front, give it throttle in the air to bring the front of the bike up. And if wind hits you, if you watch Palm Springs, I had a heavy side wind. So I turned my bars in the air, like your front end becomes a rudder,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
boat. So you start steering into the wind. And I grew up in the high desert, so I practiced in the wind growing up.
So you can actually adjust your direction of like travel
A
with
little
with
bit,
your front
but it
tire.
gets tough. And the faster you go,
You'd think your back tire is easier to like. Well, I guess you can't really turn that.
you just, tilt your bike. There's things you can do. But that's only, I was going 90 miles an hour in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
When you start getting up into like 120 to 130 miles an hour to go over 400 foot, that's when it becomes, even more dangerous. I think aerodynamics and maybe weighting the bike will give you more stability in the air. There's things you can do, but we'll see. I've got to get through this one January 31st, pull it off, and then we'll see how we go from there.
So January 31st at Revel in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah.
Going 300.
You going?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Is that a question?
Yeah, it's right around the Waste Management Golf event.
Oh, that'll be perfect actually. There'll
Yeah,
be
it's
so many
supposed to
people
be
here.
250,000 people.
Yeah, there's a ton of people here that week.
So if you guys are in town,
Oh yeah, we'll be in town.
don't miss it. We got Alan and Pudia jumping his trophy truck.
Yeah, so what's that all about? So is he jumping it right next to you? I know there's a huge dirt mound out there. What are you guys doing with that?
Yes, so when I land the jump over the pool,
Yeah.
the dirt mound becomes my quarter pipe landing,
Okay.
but it also becomes the landing for his trophy truck.
Where's he going?
He's coming in from the other parking lot, jumping. You have to follow record breakers to get the details, but I believe he's going for a world record distance jumping a trophy truck.
In a trophy. Do you know what that is?
I don't. I heard it was 130, but
It's more
you know,
record breaking.
yeah, that's what we're doing. I think what's so cool about these events is it's a it's a moment in history. It's not going to be repeated again. At least for these records, like you want to be there to see it in person, because it's like Evil Knievel's jumps, Robbie Madison's jumps. To see that in person, you're witnessing a world record.
Yeah.
That may never be broken again.
Yeah, and it's only stuff you really hear about. I mean, everybody just knows about them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
how many people were actually there?
It's not just a contest that you'll see the next one.
Yeah.
It's
How long ago was the last that distance record to flat?
that was in June.
No. The previous holder.
Oh yeah, so Bob Gill in 1974.
Yeah, that's
So that record hadn't been
50
broken in
something.
50 years. And it was so cool to see the turnout of the people that showed up to support and watch. There was people in their 70s and their 80s, and they came up to me and shook my hand after the jump, and they said, hey, I watched Knievel's entire career, all his jumps. They've been following this, distance jumping industry, and they just, to have those triple OGs congratulate me, shake my hand. It's cool to see that age demographic,
Yeah.
And I think what's cool, it gets me excited, is talking to people that they said to me when I was a teenager, I watched Evil Knievel with my dad, who was in his 40s. They go, thank you for the Sturgis thing, because he's in his 40s now and his kid's a teenager. Because I got to relive watching the
Yeah.
Evil Knievel live show with my son. It's like one of those things. So
Yeah, it's almost like once or twice in a lifetime, basically.
yeah, something like that.
Well,
So,
with you, it's like 4 times in 6 months. So.
yeah, and I'm going for it. So this is fun. I'm like, this is the best the best stuff I've ever been a part of. So I'm having a blast.
I mean, if you think about the gravity of the timeline of what you're doing and the records that you are breaking, and if you can break that other distance record, like that, that basically puts you in like the top 0.01 percentile of motocross riders. Well, especially for record breaking, that's like actually insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, yeah. Have
We'll
you talked
see.
to Robbie Madison at all?
Yeah. Robbie's
What does he
really
say
cool.
about
He's
this?
supportive. He's hyped to hear it and see what's going on with it. He's always if I ever need mentorship or anything, I can give him a call. He's been really cool about it. So
Does he have anything to say about like I guess flying the dirt bike at that distance?
yeah, I mean, there's things that if I ever needed to ask him, but that's the trick to the magic. So it's I've got my techniques. I watch him, and I think that's part of it. Giving respect to these guys like
Yeah.
Trigger Gum, Ryan Capes, Robbie Madison. The thing about distance jumping is you can't just uh, you know could Robbie have gone over 4? I think so. I think up into 5. I don't know. That's the unknown. But you can't just go and obliterate the record and go, why would you? If you're going to break the record 10 foot, break the record and get out safe,
Yeah.
live to tell the tale and, uh, and move on. So these guys are pioneers paving the way. It started with Knievel and, and they went as far as that they could safely. And some of them passed away and some of them, Robbie got out clean. He's done amazing things. Huge inspiration to me, and I'm just here to try to take it to the next level.
Is that something that you're like that is that something that you fear is going on the road to 500? Is that something that's doable? Do you like are you scared of the unknown and potentially obviously paying the price?
I just you don't think about what you can't be afraid when you're going for it. You got to be locked in. I always like to be cool, calm, collected when I compete or when I do anything because I put in the work. So you prepare so that you're not nervous when you're going for it. All this stuff. It's mechanics. Your bike has to be perfect. You can't have a mechanical. Um, your ramps have to be set up right, and that's where the team comes in. And then you still have to be calm and fly the bike and not mess up that part of it. So there's a few things, but I put in the work. I always have, and I give myself the best opportunity to not get hurt. And I like to think if I do it right, I could break these records and push to the next level safely. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
going for that.
Yeah.
So if I got to work extra hard to make sure I'm safe, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
But there's always the unknown. It's
Yeah.
like you're pushing it to new levels. Things could go wrong, and they have for people in the past, and myself included. I broke a you know ton of bones. Like,
Everything.
yeah, I got metal all throughout my body.
Yeah. You said to the next level. Earlier you said you're at level 9 and you want to be at level 10. Is there like a benchmark for you? What is level 10 and where do you stop?
I truly believe I can go further than anyone's ever gone before, and I'm gonna work my ass off to pull that off. So what you guys are seeing is the start of what I'm chipping away at different records on my way up. I explain it like UFC. You don't just come in and get a title shot, You got to beat everybody on the way up to it. So I'm working at the title shot of the biggest jump of all time.
How far is that? How far do you want to go?
Well, I'd have to go further than Robbie Madison's 390-foot ramp to ramp live setting. And then there's the furthest jump of all time, Alex Harville, 425 foot.
But do you want to hit 5? Is that something that's like
I
in
think
your
I
mind?
think that'd be I think that'd be, amazing, but I'm not there yet. I'm working on it.
Seems
So
like level 11. I don't know.
that'd be goat status. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're pretty much there. Let's talk about
Working
traction.
on it.
Your new video.
Yeah.
That was sick. I watched it. That was
Thank
that
you.
was actually so amazing. The train though. I mean, how did you do the train? Was there approval for that, or you just rip it?
Yeah, I'm very proud of that video part. I feel like I checked a lot of boxes. There's urban, there's illegal poaching, good free riding,
You
Caneville,
say illegal
Utah.
poaching, what do you mean?
Well, things that you don't have permits for, that
Like that roof?
jumping off the school roof in San
Yeah.
Diego.
Barstow Hotel?
Yeah, jumping on roofs, just random
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that's BMX street.
Yeah.
So putting that in there with free riding in Caneville,
That was a sick setup.
Caneville is so gnarly out there. It's like 4 hours from the closest hospital. You got no phone service. You're in the middle of nowhere, so you got to be safe out there. But then you're jumping the gnarliest stuff. The
Just
step
the
down,
cliffs. Yeah.
yeah, backflipping out there was
That
that's the
wasn't that a
biggest.
step up backflip? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
That
yeah, and
was
that's
sick.
the biggest backflip in Caneville. You
Wow.
know, so that video part, it was awesome to put all that together. Me and Tyson, we just hit the road and put that thing together pretty quick, right before Palm Springs X Games, and we threw those in there. That was a hell of a run. And then the flip over the train.
And you did that right after X Games, basically?
Before X Games.
Okay.
And then we threw in, since I did the Palm Springs X Games and Sturgis, we just threw those in there because that was all in the same window.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Was 20 pounds on an elephant, huh?
Yeah, and the flip over the train was, everybody sees the finished product and it looks easy.
Yeah.
But
I didn't think that looked easy.
they had security everywhere out there because I guess people have been breaking into the trains. I guess they cut the hydraulic line, which makes the train stop, and then they have grinders, they cut the locks, and they steal stuff.
There's still train robbers these days?
Yeah, I guess. So they hire all these security guards to survey, watch the train tracks 24/7. So when I pull up in the ramp van, they're like,
They're thinking
what
the
do you
worst.
think you're doing?
Yeah.
And we had to prep the landing, so we're out there with shovels and rakes, and they're just watching. So I had to call my friend. I had him stay down the tracks. I had earpods in my phone, or I was on the phone with him. I had earpods in my helmet, and so he said a train's coming. So we pulled up the van. We were in and out of there in 5 minutes. Flipped over the tail of the ramp. I hit it 2 times, just straight aired it.
Like practicing?
Yeah, to get the feel for it. And the landing wasn't ideal. It was like off camber, mellow. There's rocks, and I hit it twice, and the train was getting close. So I circled around, and third try, flipped it, pulled it off. Like didn't even dab a foot. It was like worked out perfect,
First shot, money
Yeah.
shot.
And then we were out of there. And
Cops didn't show up?
No, I mean, I think actually my friend that was watching for the train, the security came up and they were heading that direction, and he jammed them up and started asking questions, stalled them out. Just, that kind of stuff.
Boy.
To get the shot, there's just things you got to do. And that was like a whole ordeal pulling that off.
I need to buy that guy a beer.
Yeah, he's one of the boys. He couldn't have done it without him.
That's awesome. Well, that's sick. I mean, traction was just, it was
Shout out Murray.
Thanks, Murray.
Yeah.
Making it all happen.
Yeah, it takes a team to do this stuff,
Yeah. No, I mean, clearly, you can't go on a run like this without people around you, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, thanks for your time. This has been awesome. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just, hope to see everybody out there. And if you're not there in person, you can't make it, tune in live. Follow recordbreakers.co on Instagram.
Okay.
And the website, recordbreakers.co.
Is the live link going to be just on a website that you can kind of tune into? Is it going to be YouTube? What is it going to be?
There'll be information on it, but our live broadcast from Sturgis was amazing.
Yeah.
We had I think 300,000 people watching live.
That's insane.
Unreal. So we're going to have a similar broadcast like that. So.
All right. Well, you can catch it on Get Sendy as well. We'll throw it up so everybody can see it. And dude, honestly, like, I know this is a crazy bull run of record breaking, but I really think it's kind of in its infancy as far as like eyes so far. I think you're going to get millions and millions of people tuning in, and I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger because this is like, once people realize that this is like basically once in a lifetime for pretty much everybody, depending on how old you are, because of the time span it's going to take for somebody else to come after your records. I think everyone's going to start tuning in for sure.
Thank you.
Is there? I guess that's another question. Are you worried about? Not worried, but like, do you think there's anybody else that's gonna come after your records? Or there's not a lot of people. Like Robbie Madison's the only person you could probably ask
I
about
think Robbie
things.
Madison would have been a tough competitor to go head to head with.
Yeah.
Ryan Capes as well. But right now, I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing the best I can to be, in the position to break these records. And I'm sure somebody will come after me that wants to break the records. But as of right now, nobody's going for it. And I think it's because it's life or death. It's
Yeah.
gnarly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if
I guess
I'm more.
Hodges, would Hodges go after these?
He had that opportunity to break the record for Evil Live 2, and he didn't make it to the show. He crashed in practice. And then since then, I don't think he has any interest in it.
Okay.
But, I'm putting myself in the position to go for these records with the Record Breakers platform. It's amazing, and I couldn't be more honored to get the opportunity. So I'm taking full advantage of it, and I'm going to go, as far as I can. And I don't know if it's because I'm more fearless than others or what it is, but I want to do it, and I believe I can. So, I really enjoy it. I think it's great. It's like the mechanic part of the bike. I love that part of it. I love the numbers, the ramps, the angles, um, and then just seeing the reaction of everybody and the reward of pulling it all off it's amazing. So, yeah, we're gonna give it our best shot here in Arizona end of January, and hopefully break another world record and move on to even bigger ones. And it's gonna have skate, BMX, surf, all in
This
one.
is
It's
in at Revel.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's gonna be a hell of a show, and a hell of a party too. So
Let's
afterwards,
move some fucking dirt then.
yep, they're already working on it.
Are
So
they?
yep,
Okay.
yeah, I went and site checked it. It looks great.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, dude, whatever mindset you need to be in, it seems like you're kind of there. I mean, I won't say I know what that mindset is, but just from the outside in, it's looking like you're fucking there. So
I'm ready to go.
thanks for including us in any of this and
Yeah,
being here. I
thank you
appreciate you,
guys.
man. It was good to see you.
Yeah, boys.
I'll see you next time, and we'll
All
see
right.
you at the end of January.
Yeah, we'll see you January 31st.
January 31st.
Follow recordbreakers.co for all the information.
Okay. And you can find Colby on Instagram, YouTube, and anything else you might have.
Yep.
All right. All right, Colbs.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Okay. Thank you.
See you next time.